limited amount of willpower. There's only so much force that we can exert on ourselves on a daily basis to take action. The key to overcoming laziness and getting into action is motivation. We need to gain leverage over ourselves. And as human beings, we are either running away from something or towards something at all times. We're either trying to avoid pain or to gain pleasure. We are either afraid of something or we are hopeful of something. There's a desire. So understanding these two forces and how you can use them to gain leverage over yourself is key and critical to actually overcoming laziness and getting into action. So here are the 4 simple steps. And you may want to have a pen and paper handy when you go through this exercise. The first thing you want to do is simply ask yourself, what am I trying to avoid? What do I not want? And be very clear about the result and the consequence of not taking action. The second question you want to ask yourself is, what do I want? What is it that I am actually aiming for? What is it that I could potentially achieve if I were to take action? If I were to move myself and really do whatever it takes to actually get a result? What is the best possible outcome? So number 2, what do I want? The third step in this process is to ask yourself, what's the next step that I can take? Simply the next step. Not every step along the way, but just the next one. If that means putting on your shoes, if that means just simply getting to the gym, if that means simply opening your computer and whatever it happens to be, what's the next step that I can take? And take that step. And fourth, repeat the whole process. Just go back to number 1. Remember what it is you're trying to avoid. Number 2, be very clear about what you can gain and what you will gain by taking action. Number 3, what's the next step? So after you've taken the first step previously, you go through the process again. What's the next step now? And you just keep doing that on a daily basis. Every day, simply taking one step. If you're able to move one step closer to your goal every single day, you will get there. And that's a key thing to remember. Rome was not built in a day, and you can't eat an elephant in a single bite. So simply realizing that goals and achievement takes time is very important to not getting stuck in laziness and inactivity and in lethargy. And I'll give you one last hint. When we are attempting to get ourselves into action by either running away from something or running towards something, having a very clear vision, a goal, is far more powerful than attempting to avoid something. We can only, again, even if we're trying to avoid something, we're still exerting force on ourselves. We're still pushing ourselves. The key to success is to have a vision so compelling, so attractive, that it pulls you towards it. And then the entire process becomes effortless. So again, briefly to repeat the 4 steps. What am I trying to avoid? What do I want? What's the next step? And take that step. And spending a little bit of time, whether it's 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, on that process, on the clarification and the visualization of your fear, of your goal, can be extremely powerful to getting you into action. And in a very short amount of time, you'll be amazed at how much progress you can make.